Welcome back to more of the Three Houses blind run, and okay then, I did a few things off camera. I actually gave Hilda all of my dexterity boosting items because I had a few of them in the inventory. I still think the way that stat boosters get used in this game is really clunky. You actually have to go in, like I can just demonstrate it now. You have to go into your inventory, take them out, and then go items, and then use, which is not at the top of the menu, and then you have to say yes. Like, it's a really clunky system overall, and that's partially why I haven't used most of my stat boosters by now. But anyway, the other thing is, I was looking at my roster profiles, and yeah, I actually realized something, although I'm sure comments have already pointed it out by now. Where are you, Ingrid? There you are. Okay, so, Ingrid lost her fiancé 4 years ago, and she's now 18. So she was 14 when Glenn died. That's kinda young to be regarding someone as like your perfect true love. Because the way she talks about him, yeah, it's kinda weird considering she was only 14 back then. Also, I was looking through these and I realized something horrifying. So, excuse me for 1 second. How is Mercedes higher on Violet's support list than Hilda? Okay, I'm calm now. But I mean, seriously, how? I haven't even been trying to get Mercedes' supports up with Byleth. But, anyway. Speaking of Byleth and supports, let's go ahead and do some of them. And the downside of doing them based on the map is I have no idea which is which. And I kind of wanted to save Dorothea's B for last because, let's just say I've already seen that one and I have some choice words to say about it. Oh, great. Is that another? Oh, Marianne. This one I'm actually interested in.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, I suppose you came by to pray too?
Yes, all hail me. I pray to myself now because I'm a half Sothis. That's actually kind of silly. Just realized.
I see. That's why I'm here too.
Yeah, think about it for a minute. Like, does Byleth actually go to the cathedral and pray to himself now?
Oh, nothing specific. I only call upon the goddess to give thanks, or perhaps to ask for protection. Anyhow, I should be on my way. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to say. I'm not very good at talking to people.
There's actually a really funny note that showed up, I think, on my Black Eagles run and not this one. That is from her, and it says, like, I'm not very good at talking to people, but I'm good at talking to horses. And the one that, like, I'm not kidding, the option that gives her support points is picture the other person as a horse. And that just makes me think of Marianne coming up with pony soners for everyone.
The truth is, I didn't interact with people too often before I came here. Oh, no particular reason. I'm simply not very good at it. That's just how I am. Thank you. I'm sorry. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about me. Please, just ignore me. I, have to be going now. Goodbye, Professor.
I do feel like I'll probably end up liking her if I play the Golden Deer route, but I kind of doubt I'll be recruiting her on this run. Hedgehog case? Oh, right, okay. I just read the description. At first I was just thinking, what? Does one of them secretly have a pet hedgehog? Female noble, huh? Well, that narrows it down, but... No, Hilda wasn't here last... I know who was here last time. Yeah, it's Bernadetta's, isn't it?
I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
So, Bernadetta likes Sonic games. Oh, of course it would be Dorothea. Okay, oh boy, time to get lynched by the comments section. So, the reason why this one bugs me is, like, this is a different place to, like, background to I got the last time. Maybe it's different on the Blue Lions route.
Professor, Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Actually, could we talk for a bit? Somewhere a little more private?
Oh, right, you go to her room, right? So, it is the same one I thought it would be. So, the reason why this one bothers me is that 75% of this support is great. And also it contains kind of a, I already mentioned this before, but it contains a nice bit of foreshadowing too.
I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I find you a little difficult to be around.
Which is funny now, seeing as he's half goddess.
I know. I'm your student and you're just trying to watch out for me. But the way you look at me sometimes, it's like you're seeing right through me. Don't worry. I know you don't mean anything bad by it. I'm just too self-conscious, I guess. The thing is, I don't have anything to call my own. No land, no birthright, no fortune. Little knowledge or battle skill.
Well, you definitely have battle skill.
I think that's why I always clung to my popularity as a diva. Even after leaving the stage behind, I sort of kept up the act. When I look at you, it's like your eyes are accusing me. Telling me that you see right through it. That's what I mean when I say it's difficult being around you. Hey, this might be nuts, but maybe you could show me some kind of weakness of yours?
I have no weakness.
You know my biggest fear. If I know one of yours, maybe I'll feel less, I don't know, vulnerable.
Okay, if it would really help. Now, I'm gonna say the first thing that came into my mind here. Byleth is deathly afraid of pine cones.
Well then, don't mind me.
I don't know why, but that is his weakness. He is terrified of pine cones, and that's just between the two of them.
You know, Professor, I never hear any gossip about you. Of a romantic nature, I mean.
So, here's where I have a problem. So, the first part of this support, all of this, that was great. That was really good. Like, great character depth, good development for Dorothea, and then they do this.
Would I be right in assuming you're not very experienced with romance? Maybe we should find out somehow.
Unless this is the weakness that Byleth was supposed to be mentioning, but even if that's true, then honestly that's just an excuse for more pandering. It's just like...
Professor? What's with you? Why aren't you reacting to anything I'm doing? Oh, come on. Is your heart even beating? You're making me lose my confidence.
But yeah, I'll just say this.
Don't be so silly. Huh? It really isn't beating? Is what I'd say if I were more gullible. You're just fooling around, Professor. I'm not sure how you did it, but that was a good one.
So this is admittedly kind of interesting because it works both before or after the reveal that that's literally true. Beforehand, you can brush it off as Dorothea just joking, but afterwards you realize, no, really, she didn't hear a heartbeat. It's actually true. But yeah, that support is just... It's just... Do you get what I mean now when I said before that it feels like half the writers wanted to make her a decent character and the other half wanted to make her Camilla 2.0? It's just this bizarre split personality when it's just like half the time she's actually a pretty good character. Ironically, one of the times she is the support with Manuela, who I initially thought was also a fan service character. But then the other half of the time, she just goes ahead and is like, oh, I'm attractive and obsessed with the player character.
Professor.
I'm sorry, I won't talk any more about that because I'm kind of depressing myself. I don't want to get too negative.
I'm sorry to make you tag along with my shopping trip like this.
Oh, hey, Annette does that too. You're alike in that regard.
You were very kind to offer your help, even though this is my duty.
Actually, hang on a minute. Isn't this the map with Felix's paralogue and some of the other paralogues we've done?
In return, I will gladly come to your aid when you need it someday.
Actually, hang on a minute. We're talking to the parent of one of our students. Is this the closest we'll get to a parent-teacher day for this school?
Though I fear there may not be so many things I can help you with. I would be glad to. However, I would likely learn more from you than you would from me.
Not really, considering you're a faculty training option.
You made a living as a mercenary under Captain Gerald's guidance. As a comparatively new member of the Knights of Seros, I was not so familiar with his past exploits. Yet, clashing swords with him, even just a handful of times, was enough for his abilities to astound me. You, as one trained by him, must have those same great talents.
And yet Gerald can't train Byleth in swords for some reason.
I have devoted my life to the path of a knight. Yet I find your mercenary experience lends your blade...
Wait up! Catch me if you can. Come on, this way. This way.
It is good to see children able to play and to smile. Was I smiling? Please, forget you saw that. I do not have the right to such pleasures. Indeed, for those we have lost will never be able to smile again. I am sorry. I did not mean to trouble you with such talk. Come, let us head back.
Why do I get the feeling he lost Annette's mother somehow? I wonder if that's why he's acting like that. Okay, let me quickly check to see if he's available for recruitment now.
Let me I hear she's the...
No. The main reason why I want to try and recruit him is I'm pretty sure you need him for Annette's paralog, because Annette's one of the few people I haven't had a paralog with so far. Okay, who is it this time? Oh, okay, yeah. So, unfortunately, I've already seen this one, but it's
Professor,
hilarious.
I understand that you were looking to speak with me. Perhaps you would like some insight on how to write your next lecture? While I do have a great many ideas, it would be inappropriate to... Oh, am I mistaken? If that's the case, then what can I do for you? The ladies have complained? To you? About me? Preposterous. There must be some mistake. I am the heir of the noble House Gloucester. It is bred in me to treat all people with respect. Rest assured, you will not find anyone more upstanding than yours truly. Perhaps the issue is that the splendor of my noble presence is driving the ladies to distraction. If that is the crime, I do confess. I hope I've not troubled the ladies' hearts unduly. Outrageous! That's absurd! Who would dare to allege such slander? Of all the... Well, I suppose I have offered several of them the honor of dining with me. It is impossible to tell if even the most well-bred young lady is a suitable companion for me, merely by the sight of her. So, in order for us to get to know each other properly, it is appropriate that we dine together. Thus far, they have all declined, oddly enough. For some reason, they seem to be exercising some form of restraint when speaking with me. I would never insist, of course. But I will admit I have, on occasion, after a day's pause, issued repeat invitations in the fashion and style of a gentleman. What? Ridiculous! Dinner invitations from me a problem? The very idea.
So, Lawrence, you're supposed to save and reload every time you do that, otherwise they get suspicious.
I am a perfect gentleman, the son of a noble line. I've a wit like a rapier, and it takes but a glance to see that I'm gorgeous. No, I cannot believe such a thing. Are you sure this isn't the result of some sort of scheme? It cannot be otherwise. Someone has clearly devised a conspiracy against me. Someone who envies my position, who seeks to soil my sterling reputation with foul rumors. How crude. Please, Professor, it is beneath you to fall victim to such petty and obscene tactics. I implore you to take greater care in the future. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a great deal of work to do. Farewell.
So yeah, that one was pretty good, but people have said that he's a deeper character than he seems at first glance. So I'm kind of looking forward to finding that out, but I probably won't until I play Golden Deer on my own time, which honestly I'm definitely looking forward to. I definitely now feel like I know enough about Hilda that I can safely play that route without spoiling much about her.
Professor.
Oh, I've seen this one before too, but I think I said that before, but it has one of my favorite dialogue options in the entire game so far.
The meaning is here. When and how is this expression used? I fell for it.
Yeah, it's funny how both of the options here are wrong. Like, why is Byleth even qualified to be a teacher if they can't get basic expressions right?
No, that is what you say when your body is feeling unwell. The expression is, I fell for it. Thank you, Professor. I finally have understanding.
But off-screen explanation.
Can I ask you about another word? The one that is written here. Is something on my face?
And here it is. I already said this one earlier, didn't I? But yeah.
Yes, I know about that.
And one of the few times you can gain support points in the middle of a support conversation, too.
That is a joke of Fodlan, right? Is that really what you are thinking? Or maybe you have curiosity about the mark on my face. You are already knowing that I am from Brigid. This is a mark from Brigid. It is a prayer to the forest spirits. A prayer to be protected. Hunters ask the forest spirits to have safe and bountiful hunting. There are many spirits in Brigid. I have more marks on my arms and back. They are prayers for my family's health and triumph. Are you wanting to see them?
If someone were to walk in, they get the wrong idea, no.
Oh, I have understanding. I have much gratitude for you, Professor. You always listen with patience. I can read and understand the language of Fodlan, but to speak it, gives me difficulty.
Yeah, speaking is a very different skill to reading and understanding a language.
I hope I will keep having your support, and I will give you my support too. I have things that I cannot fail to accomplish. Yes, we will keep walking forward.
Well, that's going to be ironic if I don't end up recruiting you. Okay, so that's done. There was one more, wasn't there? Two more. Oh, Bernadetta. And let's see, okay. I think I've definitely seen Bernadetta's C on the other route. In fact, I've actually seen her B on the other route. And
Hello
honestly, her B is another one that makes me feel a bit, because she basically straight up says, oh, you're the only one I can be like this around. It's because of you that I'm this strong. It's like, really?
Honestly, what do they all take me for? I'm fine. Perfectly and completely fine. It's hardly different from daytime. I'm not scared.
So Byleth magically warps to nighttime and then warps back to daytime to do this conversation because a day hasn't passed according to the calendar.
Ghost!
I actually am half ghost this time.
Hang on. Professor? Is that you? Oh, well, good evening. Oh, I left something in the dining hall, so I'm on my way to fetch it. But you don't need to come with me or anything like that. I'm fine on my own, really.
That is Tsundere code for please hold my hand and come with me.
You weren't? Oh, apologies for making an assumption. The truth is, everyone I come across asks if I'd like some company. They all seem to think I'll be scared wandering alone at night. So rude and presumptuous, you know? I'm perfectly capable of being on my own.
Yes, you were totally not scared just a few seconds ago.
Hey, Professor, wait! Well, I thought it might be nice to walk and talk together to the dining hall. Shall we? To be abundantly clear, this has nothing to do with my non-existent fear of ghosts. Oh, you must be bored. Fantastic, then.
I love bored people.
Do you mind, filling the void with some chatter? Some find silence to be a bit unsettling after all. Okay, I confess, I am scared of ghosts. The monastery is unnerving to me at night.
Well, we didn't even have to break a cyclock for that.
So, can we talk about something, please? Anything. I've noticed for quite some time now, you treat all your students equally, don't you?
Except Hilda.
You've never treated me differently simply because I'm younger than the others. and I've always appreciated that. Isn't it rather obvious? I'm roughly 2 to 3 years younger than the rest of the class.
And Cyril's younger than you, so Violet had experience teaching young people.
Have you just not been paying close enough attention to those you teach? That's poor form for a professor. Oh, there! I found what I was looking for. Well, I'd better be on my way now. Good night!
While you're on your way back, watch out for the hallway ghost. Oh, wait. And finally...
Thank you, Lady Bernadetta. I will take my leave.
Oh, good. Bye! Goodbye! Finally. Oh, that was awful. Just terrifying.
Hello, I'm the mysterious ghost professor again.
Please don't sneak up on me like that. That lady asked me to show her around. I tried to be polite, but strangers are just so nerve-wracking. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. I don't know if I ever have felt scared around you.
Oh, right. No, this is the support that I was referring to.
I wonder why. You know, Professor, you might be the first person I've been able to speak to normally since I got here. And I have no idea why. I'm happy about it too. When we first started out here, we had to do drills. Outside. I skipped those every chance I got. It's a terrible idea going out in the forest with all these people you don't even know. Thanks to you, though, I can actually make it through class now. I'm grateful for that. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here.
Yeah, I think it's lines like that that kind of, I don't know, raise my eyebrows a little bit.
Sorry. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm doing just fine. I feel safe here, thanks to you.
And that.
What? You saw that? Why would you see that? You were watching me? That crosses the line, Professor. Singing? Me? Why would I be singing? I'd never be singing. I've never been so humiliated. Useless, worthless, unmarriageable.
Actually, it was Annette seeing the greenhouse, but whoops. So that's all of those supports, so I think that's pretty much all I can do here. Let's advance the week. Only 2 teaching sessions this month, wow. I am starting to get worried about my lack of paralogs. I'm starting to think that I might be, unless, like, Annette's paralog is post-time skip only. I'm not really sure about that. Okay, what should you be focusing on? You've got C's in Authority and Heavy Armor, which is kind of interesting. I guess Axes and Armor, maybe? Maybe you're designed to be a War Master. And you're already pretty close to qualifying. Actually, maybe I should just have you go all in on punching. And here I'm less instructing Hilda for, actually, ranking points, and more doing it just to get her more support points. Because why is Mercedes higher? Well, I guess I can instruct you for the first time.
Always more to learn. Always more. Still got it. Oh, you're just flattering me. Oh.
I thought this would...
Okay, there we go. That's your budding talent. What do you get for that? Black Magic Avoid plus 20, which makes him good at killing mages. Yeah, you haven't really learned any magic yet, so I can understand why you wouldn't get something like Sylvain. You are Sylvain. Felix's.
Hey, Professor. I got a question.
Oh no. Somebody who's gullible.
You know, I think you're right.
Hey, I got Hilda's question right. Good.
Professor.
Never been interested in magic, but I've been having you use magic all game. Oh, no one coming forward for recruitment.
There should be no problem.
Okay.
Yes, I'm supporting these two as well.
It's in my grasp.
I've really gotten the hang of this.
And that's all. No more supports. No paralogs today. Felix's birthday and Lysithia's birthday. I mean, there's a level 26? But the suggested level for the Holy Tomb's only level 21. A shocking truth is revealed. Well, I can think of several things that might be revealed. I'm wondering if it's about time to reveal the Flame Emperor at this point. I think I'll explore today. And just try and focus on getting a bit more support up from people from other houses that I want to recruit.
My brother...
It's kind of nice to break bread with you. Got any interesting stories to tell while we eat?
I think that was a unique one.
My brother used to scold me for being too picky. So I have grown to develop a taste for most things.
I don't think Hilda's actually said that before. So Byleth actually has access to a few more supports, an A with Dedue, which is interesting. I still really want to do that. At the dining hall, it said the support with Flame was C+, but it doesn't look like we're anywhere near B. And Alois B, but it seems like that must be post-time skip only as well. And also Cyril A. But we do have Linhart B, which we can actually do now if we want to. Wait. Oh, Caspar's over there. Wrong. I was looking at the wrong entrance. I probably should have invited him to tea, actually.
Thanks for the...
I really want you to join my house, please. Also, what's that? Is that another lost item? Yep. Zealous about studying. I think Linhart... No, Linhart's not zealous about studying. Oh, I think I know whose that is. I could be badly wrong, though. But I think Annette was there last time? Or am I wrong about that?
Oh, that!
Yep, thought so. Oh, I don't think I have Caspar's B yet. Oh, I do! It will take some... Okay, that's plot locked. But Linhart's is not. Interesting. Huh. Well, if that's plot locked, it means I'm definitely not at my last chance to recruit Caspar yet. Unless I have to actually get him in my house first.
You're so... Hey, Professor. No?
Nope. Maybe a little bit more strength is needed. Because I figure with a B with Linhart, Linhart should be approaching me to join this week. And I'm pretty sure if he does have a paralog, Linhart will share his with Caspar. Okay, I haven't actually seen this one.
It's just... I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives.
Maybe because they all know that Byleth will rewind time if they do die.
Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood. In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting, and were overrun.
Well, I suppose losing battalion endurance does mean people from it die. I guess they just get replenished with new people.
Am I supposed to be satisfied with the victory alone? Even at the cost of such life? Exactly. I don't see the point. Honor? That's a foolish reason to give your life. Glory? Even worse.
Yeah, you get on very well with Felix.
Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor. I suppose that's the nature of the world, isn't it? Professor, you take the time to lead me and teach me like this every day.
Not teach, not yet.
Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield? That's a bold statement, Professor. But for whatever reason, I want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make that a reality.
That was a pretty good support. A little weird if he's not actually in your house, because, yeah, we haven't actually been teaching him. And I think he's the only one right now that we had a support with. So, while we're at it,
You're so...
let's give Caspar even more items!
Thanks for...
Oh, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot that we already had his B, I just am not at the right point to see it. Derp, 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 derp. Oh, I have Linhard and Caspar's C, but... I've already seen this one and it's great, but I don't know if this is really going to do anything right
You're
now.
looking pretty tired, Linhart. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
I believe you have enough fighting spirit for the both of us.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get if you're gonna train.
I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training.
Ha! I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it.
They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My father would win, obviously, but it would still be fun to watch.
Yeah, Caspar is really a lot like Akihiko.
That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodlan could beat up your father. My father does have the height advantage, though.
Height advantage? What does that matter?
Clearly you've not played Radiant Dawn, Caspar.
When two opponents are of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins. It's pure math.
Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. And taller people have longer limbs, too.
That's very true.
Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh, and they have more leg strength. There's also that... Well, I'm bored explaining this. I think you get my point.
No, I don't get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach? None of that matters when you're up close and brawling.
You know, I'm going to agree with you just so I don't have to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, no, forget this. I'll prove it to you myself. Some of those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight one just for you.
And off he goes.
They're all so strong, I couldn't land a single blow.
So it's as I said then, isn't it? The tallest fighter has the advantage. And my father could beat yours in a fight.
I love the delivery on that one. So yeah, if you're wondering, that support is the reason why I'm planning on recruiting those two. Just, I saw that support on my Black Eagles file and was like, yes, I have to recruit both of them now. So let's hope that I actually can. Yeah, I could fish, I could do other stuff, but I think I'll just advance time now.
Professor.
No. Okay, come on, Linhard or Caspar, come on, Linhard or Caspar, come on. Yes!
Your class seems pretty... relaxed. My professor is so strict. So is the house leader.
Besides, I get the idea that my house leader's gonna go insane soon. Oh wait, Demetrius as well.
What do you say? I believe I'd enjoy being a member of your class.
Well, we just kind of finished teaching people, but hey, we'll have you.
Wonderful. I look forward to watching you close up. That is to say, observing your teaching style. By the way, I'll need some time for naps. 2 hours of class time should be sufficient.
Sadly, I know that if he really does have chronic fatigue, 2 hours of time is nowhere near enough to recover. And so there was... He's folding his arms. Wow, really? Then so there was an edgy tea party.
Why am I here? I thank you.
Well, it's your birthday. I have no need for those sweets. They make me sick. Literally, I'm allergic to them. I'm allergic to sweet things. Just like I'm allergic to love and friendship. I have a pretty good feeling I can guess most of this guy's responses. Cute monks. Fashion. Nope. By process of elimination, that was the only viable option. Nope. You hate the concept of looking up to people. Oh, okay. Nice tea time.
Thanks for your hospitality. I hope you'll invite me again sometime.
But I still definitely hate this kind of thing. Thing is, Caspar had better... Caspar had better join soon, because recruiting Linhardt without recruiting Caspar would just be cruel.
I'm glad it's you.
How do you like that?
Yes, I'm shipping those two. Oh hey, they ranked up their skills together.
I'm certain I've improved.
Perhaps I'll expand the scope of my research.
Not sure you'll ever be using that.
I'm finding my focus.
Wait. Finding your focus? This isn't Final Fantasy 13. And yeah, finding your focus, by the way, if you don't know, is a really bad thing in that game. Oh, no paralogs. No new paralogs. And, oh, is this the last day to do paralogs? If I get Caspar now, do I miss out on... I'm sure that he and Linhardt would share a paralog, but I don't know. Well, I guess we can quickly check out what Linhardt is like at this point. Oh, right, I have to scroll all the way up. Still a priest. Level 21, though. B in reason and in faith. That's not awful. Oh, hey, you have Blongalore. Physic and restore. No fortify, though. And you're qualified for a whole bunch of different... I could make you a Dark Mage if I wanted to. And he comes with a Bullion. Wow, that resistance is nice, but he's a bit slow. And I'm also wondering something about Hilda as well. I've been told that she can only join the Black Eagles, quote, once a certain plot event happens, unquote. And I wonder if said plot event is Byleth becoming Bylothus. Because that'd give her a pretty good reason to care about Byleth's house. Okay, so I've been recording for 51 minutes now. I think I'm going to have to stop, but there's a chance that more might be crammed into this part, because I probably had to cut out a lot earlier. So, if the video ends now, I'll see you next time, but if not, well, obviously you'll know. And this might be the last day for pre-times to get paralogs, so I may have missed a few. Still wondering about recruiting Gilbert and Sethith, though. I haven't actually had a chance to recruit them yet. But I guess I should try exploring. I do kind of miss Sothis being here. Yeah, I should probably just use Annette. I was thinking of bringing someone like Hanneman, and then I was like, you know what? I might want to just go with my best chance of winning. Really?
That worked out.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Kind of reminds me of the, so that's a druid, but now druids, the sorcerers from Fates, with their kind of crazy animations that are mostly for Odin and don't really make sense for anyone else, especially like reclassing Leo to that.
I had no choice.
They say level 22 or higher recommended, but she's exactly the recommended level and she's still obliterating everyone. I guess they don't expect you to be using an advanced class for this. That said, though, I do have to be a little careful about my HP. Oh, of course, Lysithea is the final opponent. And she is probably the best mage in the game, but, well, I'm a warlock, so...
Oh, thank goodness.
I may as well go to D+ punching.
I still have much to learn.
Oh, that's interesting. These two dishes are ones that nobody likes. Okay, Flane's B with Byleth is available. Holy crap, I'm gonna have a whole slew of supports with Byleth that I have to do after the time skip. Oh, and Hilda and Annette got their B.
It's too rare that we get a chance to kick back and stuff our faces. Come on, Schmear, time to gorge.
I apologize for my partner, Professor.
I'm wondering if maybe you have to get to a B with Flame to recruit Seteth, maybe?
Right.
I don't know.
Professor,
Well, hopefully this one doesn't have any creepy fish-based
it has been a while
metaphors.
since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not? You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much.
Okay, so obviously this one can only happen after she joins you.
This personal growth is due in large part to you.
To you forcing me to become a dancer.
And I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely. Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things.
Actually, you haven't supported that many people from the house. I'm gonna need to fix that.
Why, when I go to the market alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself. Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know. Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either.
Well, the difference is, Byleth doesn't even know his own age, whereas you clearly know yours.
Come now. There is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before.
You see, this sea has a river that flows into it, thus fusing the two waters together into a hybrid, just like Byleth is now.
When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her.
Yeah, we already know that thanks to your paralogue.
Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
Okay, huh. So, like, are you the reincarnation of someone Byleth knew in the past, maybe?
No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really.
Unless Flame really is, like, dragon-blooded and lives for a long time, and she was actually there when Byleth was taken as a baby.
Still, I do not think you could be a complete stranger either.
Or it could be just be the whole, you know, oh, something feels familiar about you thing, and I could be reading too far into it.
Both your hair and eyes are unmistakably... Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing.
Actually, no, there could be some relation, because green hair and eyes are associated with the church, and particularly with people close to Rhea, and Byleth had those even before he became Bylothus.
Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Okay, that's... yeah, kind of wonder about that. Wondering if it's just foreshadowing or... if it's foreshadowing or not. And yeah, I just did this from a meal in the dining hall. I'm guessing this support makes more sense on the Black Eagles route.
I do believe a nap is in order.
Forget if I've actually seen this one or not.
This is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Yeah, I have seen this one before.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn? The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live, even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
And I feel like you wouldn't get on with Lorenz very well.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly?
Well, that's Caspar's father, so, yeah, we already know that from your supports with him.
His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, but it gives you better might with guitar. But it gives you better might with gambits.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
And that's it, apparently. And now these two... wait a minute. Yeah, these two's B.
Ooh, you're keeping your room really tidy these days, Hilda. I'm pretty good at cleaning, I found out. I guess I was being lazy before. I figured that if I left it to somebody else, I might lose another vase.
Or another everything, if you let Annette have her way.
I'm sorry again about that. And about all of the other things I knocked over, too. Yeah, the shelves and the chairs and my clothes and my makeup.
Yeah, so basically everything.
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I put everything back, didn't I?
Considering I think some forms of perfume are flammable, she probably exploded the makeup and perfume a few times.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, Annette, you should try to be a little more selfish. That was a quick change of subject. You said how hard you've been working not to disappoint your family. You cleaned my room, or tried to, because I was feeling overwhelmed. You're always taking on other people's burdens. You might be right. It could be nice to do something for myself sometime. But if I hadn't tried hard for other people's sakes, maybe I wouldn't have tried at all. I might not have made it this far. So really, I don't regret a thing. Who I am now is the sum of everything I've done. You're so soft-hearted, Annette. You really think so? I didn't mean it as a compliment. But anyway, I just thought of something you can do for me. You can take a nap with me. A nap? But I'm not done with my chores. Yeah, I could use a little shut-eye, and it feels nice to snuggle up with someone. So, why don't we lie down for a bit? Are you sure it's okay to nap right now? I still have stuff to do for the professor. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Later I'll help you with your stuff, and it'll be done in no time. Oh, fine. Just for a bit. The sunlight coming through the window is awfully nice. isn't it? Nothing better than a nice lazy nap in the middle of the day. It really is relaxing. Already dozing. She must have needed this nap really bad. I'm feeling a little drowsy myself. Sleep well, Annette.
Why do I get the feeling that people interpret that in dirtier ways than it's supposed to be? I think that one's pretty nice, actually. And yeah, sadly, like, I feel like that they probably should, like, maybe they could have easily put an A support in that chain, because those two actually aren't as, well, I mean, they are kind of completely different, but they get along a lot better than you would expect, is what I was trying to say. So, yeah, I'm actually a little disappointed that one only ends at B. Yeah, Hilda really doesn't have a lot of A's with Blue Lion's characters. But I think that's pretty much all. Let me just quickly go to the yep, okay, there's going to be Lysithia's birthday, and after that, it'll be battle time. Unless Caspar wants to know. Might as well host a tea party. Okay, what's a tea that's totally not popular among young people? I guess I can try this.
Oh, this is my favorite tea.
Oh, okay.
Have sugar? Lots, please.
Yeah, I saw that she liked sweet things, so that's what I thought would be best for her.
I am grateful.
Kind of interested to see what she looks like after the time skip.
I feel at ease.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, she is a hard worker. Word of advice, view from the bridge, dinner invitation. Huh. I don't know, maybe she doesn't like people giving her advice because she wants to feel independent? Oh, I don't know.
I know I could stand to lighten up from time to
But
time.
I did get the favorite tea, so I get another chance, I think. Chat, praise, blush. Does she like praising? Yeah, thought so.
My hair color is pretty unique, huh?
Yep, definitely.
Tea is nice and all, but it's not much good when you don't have sweets to go with it.
Oh, I use most of my presents on getting people into the house. I don't really have much to do with birthday presents. Floral adornment, I guess.
Thank you.
Yep, I only gave her a 1-star birthday gift. Byleth is officially stingy.
Ah, that tea was delicious. Invite me again sometime. See ya.
Why do I get the feeling that we're not going to have another chance to invite you until the time skip, and by that time, you'll be trying to kill us? I have a feeling that if you spam T, you can get Byleth's charm ridiculously high. And with that, I don't think there are any other certifications that I want to try. I mean, I could go for you into Dork Bishop or Swordmaster, but do I really need that? I think we're all fine. Okay. Wait a minute. Firstly, is there anything new here? You can buy silvers and killer weapons. I have noticed there isn't much variety in gauntlet weapons. They could probably... I mean, I know that this is the first game they've appeared in, but they could easily use a little more variety. Anyway, I'm going to save now, and next time it will be time for that battle.